communication, conveying information from a verbal point of view all the way through to other ways of communicating, like gestures, demonstration, and non-verbal communication. Verbal guidance is useful for conveying information direct to the performer. It has to be succinct and must obtain the performer's attention, otherwise it is not effective means of communication. Depending on the nature of the sport, the coach may have to change how they communicate in terms of levels of assertiveness and the level needed. Verbal is not suited for everyone, as it is more suited to an advanced performer when more perceptual information, such as tactics or positional play, needs to be conveyed. When using verbal guidance, do not speak for too long, or this may lose the attention of the performers. For example, a basketball coach giving you all the set piece move briefly, as this could cause information overload. Some movements cannot simply be explained, so a visual demonstration may be needed, although it can be used to motivate the performer when used correctly. Visual communication can be used to show the performer how to perform a movement or a skill. It is useful in the cognitive stage of learning, as this creates a mental image for the performer for them to repeat it. Plus, it allows the movement to be seen in different stages to make it easier to learn and develop the skill. This would be useful when demonstrating a tennis serve, which is a serial skill, by breaking down and isolating its key movements, like the throw of a tennis serve. Concurrent feedback can be used to provide coaching points during performance. For example, a football coach giving instructions to the right back to drop a few meters to be in the correct position. This would be useful to the performer and to the team by making small adjustments, but is sport specific. For example, it will be more effective in football as it would be diving, because the performer will not have the time to react to the feedback and adjust. Terminal feedback is similar to knowledge of performance, where the performer receives feedback from the coach based on the technique and is not focused on how well they score. It is used after the skill has been done to help the performer improve next time. This would be useful for sports like diving, where performers have time to reflect after a dive, not during the movement of the skill. During the skill, the performer will have to rely on intrinsic feedback coming from proprioceptors within the body, or in training, physical manipulation of the body may be needed to generate kinesthesis of the skill. Organisation is about planning ahead to order and systematically arrange performers to get the best out of their ability. Some general examples of organising in sport are arranging a fixture, finding a kit, transport arrangements, especially if there is an away fixture, and plan, tactics and training. An organised session will entertain and motivate performers. For coaching sessions to hold the interest of performers, the coach has to ensure that the average activities are appropriate for all the performers by knowing the level of ability the performers have. For example, a possession-based drill in football may not be able to reach a certain amount of passes due to the individual ability of the team, so the game may have to be tapered to make it easier to change the attitude of the performers. Part of organising a coaching session is ensuring that the facility is set up ready for performers to practice their skills and having the equipment to enhance their skills. This includes making sure that the facility is booked in advance and players and any other coaching staff are aware of safety procedures like fire assembly points. In addition, it is the planning so that all the equipment is readily available, stored away, and ready for the next session. For example, table tennis tables can be difficult for one single coach to maneuver them into position and clip on nets. The coach has got to have some adaptability to his or her session, and they have to be able to think on their feet. The session may not have gone to plan, like a shortage of tables compared to the number of performers. Being able to adapt makes performers more active and therefore more likely to get the most out of the session. During the session there must be a clear signal that means stop and start, so coaching points can be delivered during the session. For example, this could be a whistle in basketball to signal put the balls down to stop the players bouncing the ball. This is a pre-planned signal and will maximise the time of performing and reduce the time not being active. It benefits the coach and the performers, as this will prevent time overrunning at the end of the session. Time management. Good coaches spend large amounts of time prepping before the session has started. Many coaches are not professionals, so are doing the coaching alongside having a family who may still be in full-time employment too. This is why they must manage their time effectively. In order to maximise their time, they must manage their players so that the players are aware of the location and time for the session, so that they can start properly to minimise the chances of overrunning. This is vital for amateur sports, and performers may have other commitments to get to as well. A good example of this is a cricket coach spending the whole hour focusing on one drill using less practice. This may be monotonous for the performer, but it improves the player's hand-eye coordination, and the coach has completed what he needs to do in order to improve the team's performance. A good example of time management is MMA, mixed martial arts. And a great example is Kelly Telkin, who is John Jones' strength and conditioning coach. MMA is a prime example of periodization training that coaches need, as coaches need to meet their targets within the time, especially in MMA, where 8 weeks before the fight they begin their training camp and are training 4 times each and every day. They need to factor in sessions like jiu-jitsu, boxing and strength and conditioning. It was Kelly's task to make John Jones his weight for his category before fighting. This required immaculate timings, planned out months in advance. It is important that the coach creates a game-related scenario that uses the skills based in the session previously learned to help develop the performer's relevant stimulus responsiveness. A sporting example of this is a football coach on short passes in the session, but near towards the end of the training session, designated a time for a 5-side game with the condition of making 5 short passes before you can score.